So we have learned why.
What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to His Wife, Her Husband, where we talk about all things faith, family, finances, fitness, and fun.
We fitness in here. Fun. I am Shavika, his wife.
I'm Patrick, her husband. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell so that you will be the first to get the videos as we drop them. Typically what we do, we answer a lot of questions here on this channel, and we have 2 questions that were sent in to us. And if you want to send your questions in for us to answer, please send those questions to HisWife, HerHusband97@gmail.com. Again, HisWife, HerHusband97@gmail.com.
So we're going to go with question 1, or the first question, and it says, how did you get over a tough time in your relationship? Again, the question that was asked is, how did you get over a tough time in your relationship? Now, this is a very broad question because tough time can be in it just depends on where a person is.
So what does that mean by tough time? What's a tough time?
So since we don't have all of the information as to what a tough time really was behind this question, we're gonna just go with a tough time.
Let's talk about, so let's give a tough time. So let's maybe death in the family. That's a tough time.
So, you know what? That is true, Patrick. You're so
right.
smart.
I'm gonna give a few examples that came to mind.
Okay, great.
So death in the family. So let's say the death of my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? How did we get over that tough time? What was your part?
Not petty tough times. Oh yeah, that's good.
No, I'm gonna do petty tough time too.
Oh, okay.
So the death of my parents. What did you do to help us? Because even in death of loved ones, mom, dad, some of those things can heighten issues that are already there. And it's just now, this is just one more thing. And then so now, why you keep leaving crackers? But it's not really crackers. But crackers was the main thing. It was smaller things. But now the death of someone, and you're sad and you're going through emotion, and then there you go. So we know that sometimes death can bring about, or heighten things that are already probably festering. Yeah. But when I lost which one is the toughest to help me get through? My mom or my dad for you?
I can say I remember both, but in particular, I think I was more there for your mom because I was pregnant with our youngest with dad. So it was kind of like you was trying to protect me. I was, but not like I was with mama.
Explain it to me.
I think that
Or explain it to him.
I remember when I was pregnant, Patrick was trying to make sure that my labor wasn't triggered. It was things like that. So we were around each other.
Right.
But a lot of the processes your aunt and uncles walked you through the arrangements for your dad, because I was like weeks away from giving birth. But then with mom, I was actually present, and so
let's go back to the dad. The one thing I know that she did do for during my dad's process was that she was just there. Like, she didn't say anything. She didn't try to give me what God gonna do. Like, it was none of that. It was just, I'm just here. So then when I was willing to converse about it, you were there to listen. So you didn't try to And sometimes you just need to just be there. Like, don't
Yes.
say anything.
Yes.
Just I'm here, and just sit there,
Mhm.
and then and let the person who's grieving or going through that tough time, let them
Process and now
direct the conversation so that yeah.
Yes, that is true. So I will say that a part of getting through a tough time is making sure that you on the inside are calming down. Like you want to make sure that you don't feed into the tough. And what I mean by that is you don't want to contribute to it being tougher to get through the tough time.
Right.
So if it's a kind gesture will help you get through a tough time. And one of those gestures could be providing a listening ear.
Okay.
It could be making sure that they don't have to do regular household responsibilities. It could be acts of kindness. Now that I'm discussing it, it would be beneficial to know that person's love language, your spouse's love language,
Right.
and to really double down on that. So if it's words of affirmation, make sure you let them know you're going to get through this, and I'm right here with you. We won't be here always.
Right.
And what's coming to my mind too, like I know Patrick brought up the death of loved ones, but maybe even the loss of job, the adjustment in finances. It could be a breakdown in health. It could just now I get it.
Right.
We had to work through that. But yeah, so I think that just making sure that you give words of affirmation, that maybe you can um, let's see, words of affirmation, touch, making sure you give a hug, making sure you send a nice text, a smile. Just try your best to make the tough times not tough coming from your end.
Good. Now, let's talk about tough times in terms of cheating on one another. So I haven't. We've never cheated on each other. You're supposed to chime in.
I was, because I'm thinking, I'm like, where you waiting on?
No, I'm like, where you at?
I haven't either. You're going to say, I haven't, like me
video.
either.
You didn't say it, though. You was late to the party. You was invited.
I was here.
You was invited, but
and
you was late.
He know I ain't done
So
nothing.
we've never cheated on each other.
Yes, we know we have.
Marriage.
Period.
No, but when we were dating, we cheated on each other.
Ask about it's not his date and her date.
But we stuck it out through that. What do we do? Through the tough times when we, found out that, you was, how did you process to get back to the point where you wanted to stay with me?
Bush to your chest. I think that because I knew that we were not like we hadn't vowed it or something, it was like, well, if I did it and he did it, then we even.
Yeah, I think for me it was just I think
it hurt now.
So I think men. So I think men and women have different thought processes about cheating. Because for me, I think for me it hurt more because I just believe that women throw their emotions. So when they cheat, they feel something for the person. It's like, I like him. You know what I'm saying? That like there's an emotional attachment. When men, it's like there's no emotional attachment. It's just, I'm going to grab some chicken and then I'll be back. So it's not like, I'm gonna do a home cooked meal. So
So women do home cooked meals.
Women do home cooked meal cheating. Men just go get
fast food.
Yeah, we just go through the drive-through and keep it going. You see what I'm saying? So, but for me, I would say this: I feel like I didn't have room to say anything. You know what I'm saying?
But I will. And it's interesting because
it's like, man, you got what you got. Like, who's making love to your own lady while you out making love?
That's the good point that you brought up, because most of the time when a woman finds out that her guy or husband cheat on her, the first thing she asks is, do you love her? Because it's like, if you love her, then I don't stand a chance.
Right.
And then by the same token, the guy asks, well, how was it?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Why? I don't know why. That doesn't make
sense. What? What? You didn't ask me for love. It's just automatic because, I guess
we
if you
automatically
open yourself
assume
up.
you have emotions for the guy. There's no other way women would cheat other than that. That's what men think.
That's what you think. Yeah.
It's barbershop talk.
Well,
Anyway.
Okay. Make sure that when you're getting through a tough time, make sure that you're not the one that's contributing to the time being tough.
Tougher.
Yes.
Right.
And make time to discuss unbiasedly or no sarcasm. That kills communication. Like the attitude. Make sure that you are in a good place to really work on getting through the tough time.
Right.
And so I think that is a way to help you get through it. Know that all times pass. Like the season is going to change. It is a matter of you becoming better through that tough time and withstanding and, coming out on the other side. Because then you will have something to share and you will have something to look back on. Because tough times also offer memories. May not be what you may have wanted to sign up for, but nevertheless, you can remember, eating peanut butter and jelly for a week because guess what? All the food spoiled. Anything. I remember when all of our cars broke down at the same time. And so we had to ride the bus.
Right.
That was us getting through a tough time. We had to make the best use of where we were. Why? Because there was no fault of our own. It's just the maintenance, and we didn't have the finances at the time to get it fixed. So, we had to figure it out. And so we rode the bus together, and we treated it like it was a date. We would look out the window and sightsee. We got a chance to talk to some of the citizens in the city, and you learned a lot. People going through different things that's way more challenging than you, and so that was one of the transportation.
So one of the questions I would ask though is, do you want to get through it? Because if you want to get through it, then I guess the answer to it would be you'll figure it out. So for us, we wanted to get through it. We wanted to be with each other, and so it goes back to your love language. I wanted to do everything I did before we got married, like all the little things that, like, she liked this, she liked flowers, she liked this, she liked this. I just increased that all the more. So I would say, for us, that's what we did. And because you went back to the
love language.
I'm gonna say that go to your love language. We heightened on each other's love language, and we communicated through action.
And be willing to try something new too.
Yeah, amen. Let us know in the comment section. What did you do when you had tough times in your marriage? What were some of the things you did to get over those tough times? Did it work? Did it not work? Do you regret? Whatever. So those are things we want you to comment on. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to His Wife, Her Husband, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Take care.